to Would I Lie to You, the show where deception is the dish of the day. And on Mack's team tonight, charismatic, charming, gorgeous, and a beautiful Welsh accent. But enough about me, it's Alex Jones! And a man who in the 1970s punk era was an angry young poet. Of course, he's completely different now. He's an angry old poet. It's John Cooper Clarke! And on David Mitchell's team tonight, a comedian who used to be a drama teacher. Shakespeare, Chekhov, Pinter were just some of the books he threw at the pupils. It's Greg Davies! And a TV presenter who regularly hosts episodes of Made in Chelsea. Now, if you've not seen the show, just imagine a really good drama and watch that instead. It's Rick Edwards! And so to round one, Home Truths, where our panellists read out a statement from the card in front of them. Now, to make things harder, they've never seen the card before. They've no idea what they'll be faced with. It's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. And Alex is first up tonight. OK.
The first time I used eBay, I accidentally bought a canoe instead of a handbag.
David's team.
Well, how did that error occur?
Well, back in the day, when eBay was pretty new, I thought I'd have a little go. And I quite like vintagey stuff and old clothes, although when they delivered, it's not quite as good because they always smell a bit musty and have an air of dead people. But I like the idea.
Yeah.
Did you get that from eBay? Is that you?
So I was scrolling through, as you do, and saw a lovely clutch bag. I know I've lost you all already, haven't I? A clutch bag. A clutch bag is a little bag
for
that
keeping the
clutch.
pedal from a car in. You have an accelerator bag and a brake bag.
So what are we saying, Alex? You saw a clutch bag, you were miming putting the clutch bag under your arm to get into it, and then you pressed canoe by accident.
In fact, in the modern computers, they've taken the canoe button off the keyboard.
OK, you're looking at eBay. What
I'm
happens
scrolling
next?
through.
Right.
It started off at 99p. 99 pence, John. Are you in?
For a vintage bag?
Yeah. You're in. Anyway. Next thing you know, £14. I'm thinking about pulling out.
Yeah.
Because that's quite a lot for a vintage bag. But anyway, on it went.
Yeah.
£32.
Right. And you're still bidding?
You still in, John?
No, I wasn't even in when it was 99. About that. You read me wrong there, Alex. What my body language is saying.
OK, so the price is going up. You're tracking, that's what they call it.
£32.
You're tracking the bag.
And I think it's a good time to go to bed.
Yeah.
Leave it. Next morning. Yeah. Email on the laptop. Congratulations, your bid was successful. You have bought a second-hand red canoe.
It's quite a jump, isn't it? Yeah. You think that's a terrible story? There's some fella whose boat was going down. He says, "Don't worry, I've got this covered." Trying to squeeze a family of 5 into a vintage handbag.
So you emailed the canoe man saying, instead of the canoe, could I have the clutch handbag that looks like
And he said, I haven't got a clutch handbag to offer.
Yeah.
And I said, well, you've lied, because I bid on a clutch handbag.
Oh, so do you think he was luring people in, putting photographs of vintage handbags, which people then bid on and bid on, bid on, whatever they pay, whatever the handbag looks like, they only get a canoe.
Maybe 7 times out of 10, people make do with the canoe. It was
Have you ever seen at the opening night of a film a glamorous starlet turning up with the commentators are saying there's an incredibly large clutch bag? OK, what are you thinking, David?
I think I don't know. What do you think?
There's too much of a gap.
Do you think it's true?
No, I think it's a lie.
I think it's a lie.
You think it's a lie?
You all think it's a lie. Conclusively a lie.
Conclusively a lie.
OK, Alex, truth or lie?
Silly boys, it was, in fact, true.
Well, yes, it's true. Alex did accidentally buy a canoe instead of a handbag on eBay. Greg, your turn.
I once caused an injury to one man whilst trying to get a different man to say the word vegetables.
Please sing.
Right, just the word vegetables.
Yeah.
Do you really like the word vegetables?
Not as a general rule, no,
Okay.
but I liked it when this man said it.
Why? What was it about this man, the way he said vegetables, that was funny?
Did he have a speech impediment? Or...
No, he didn't. He was a very intense man, though, and he was also Austrian. I was with a friend once, and he was a colleague of ours, sorry, and I overheard him say vegetables, and we both found it incredibly funny.
So, can you just roughly give us an impression of how he used to say vegetables? Even just
He said it exactly like this. Vegetables! And then we happened to be on a coach trip with him, and so we spent the whole coach trip trying to get him to say vegetables
Right, so
again.
where were you? Where were you going and how did you know
I was
him?
on a school trip. I used to be a teacher, so we were.
And
on
he was a teacher?
Yeah, he was a teacher.
What did he teach?
He was the head of languages, and he was.
Head of languages? The head of languages used to go,
Vegetables!
Imagine I'm the man. OK, I'm on the coach, I'm sat, we're driving. Off you go.
So I said,
Yeah? You're very big, aren't you?
this isn't like him at all.
You're very big, aren't you? Sit.
So I was saying things like, I've been trying to keep fit lately, and I know that you're into keep fit. You know, would you recommend for a healthy diet? And he was going, well, you know, I would. You must eat a balanced diet. You must eat greens, and you must enjoy some protein in limited. I was going, yeah, but I mean, if you were to group some of those foods together, and he was going, well, I mean, yeah, you must have carbohydrates, of course, and you must have, and it was horrific. It went on for about an hour. And every time I tried to find a new angle for vegetables, his ludicrous Austrian interpretation of things led us down a dark alley. It was literally an hour in the making.
And how did you finally get him to say it?
I honestly can't remember. It came out of nowhere, and he suddenly said it, and he said it with such passion. It was... He went, oh, well, of course you must have vegetables! I started biting my hand to stop myself from laughing. And my friend who was next to me, there's a jagged piece of metal at the front of the coach, and because it was so funny, just to remind you, vegetables, of course! And my friend saw the piece of metal and pushed his knee into it on purpose to stop himself from laughing. Blood started spraying out of his knee. Yeah.
This is getting elaborate, this story.
And I'll tell you another detail. We went and did the trip, which was in Paris, and then after we came all the way back, to Calais, and I said to him, you know, we put all the kids' passports in that hotel in Paris last night. Did you remember to? Because he was in charge of the trip. Did you remember to bring those? And he was standing up in front of the children on the coach, and he went, "Oh, Scheiße!" And we had to speak to the port authorities and get permission to take the kids on without passports while he went back on his own. Can I tell you one more detail as well? We were also standing in the middle of Paris under the Eiffel Tower. We'd been there for an hour and the kids were all running around. And he came over and went, we must go, we are late for our next appointment. And I said, well, we should just make sure that all the kids are here. And he goes, yes, of course we should, yes. And he turned round and went, is everybody here? And all the kids went, yeah. He went, well, then we'll move on. The vegetables!
What are you thinking, Lee?
I think it's true.
True from John.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
I think lie. You are a fantastic actor, Mr. Greg Davies.
Well, so what are you going to say?
OK, what do we think,
I think you'll find I'm BAFTA nominated.
We're all BAFTA nominated.
False.
OK, we'll go lie.
I'm going to say it's a lie. Greg,
Well,
truth
well.
or lie?
It is the truth.
Yes, that was all true. Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So, please welcome this week's special guest, Mary. Now then, Mary is the dog, not the handler, OK? It's
Obviously,
Mary.
because
and
if Mary had been the handler, she wouldn't have had a dog, she'd have had a little lamb.
OK, Alex, what is Mary to you?
This is Mary, a dog, and I had to spend an entire episode of the One Show covering up the fact that she'd been sick on me.
OK, so, John, how do you know Mary?
This is Mary. I recited a poem at her wedding.
There we are, John's married mutt, and finally Lee. What is your relationship with Mary?
This is Mary, and when she was pining for her owners, I sat up with her all night and tried to comfort her with a song.
All right, David's team, where do you want to start?
Alex, why was Mary on the One Show?
She was abandoned.
So
I know you can't believe it.
if a dog is ever abandoned in Britain, should it happen, they immediately get a slot on national television just to sort it out, just to check that there are no dogs without homes ever.
It was a very light day.
Was it a day with me, Matt Baker, or was it Chris Evans?
It was me, Matt Baker. And Mary came on.
It's me, Matt Baker, from The One Show.
I think what we've learned from that, ladies and gentlemen, is that Rob can't do Chris Evans.
So little Mary comes on the show, and we want to rehome her. We gave her lots of treats because she was on television. She came to sit on me, and then the treats all became a bit much. Under the lights, mess.
Okay, so you didn't have a story for the One Show. You scooped up a stray dog, pumped it full of sugar, and got your just desserts.
Why wasn't it immediately noticeable that Mary was being sick?
Because as we were linking into whatever came next, it wasn't relevant. We'd moved away from Mary.
Okay. Oh, yeah, Matt Baker was pushing bounty bars into a pony's face by then.
In the meantime, Mary is being violently sick.
So you're talking about something else.
Yeah, we
you're
were going to something
stroking
else.
Mary on your knee.
Mary.
Then Matt started saying...
Matt Baker's spooning Angel Delight into a fox.
What I want to clarify is what's on television at that moment.
My face.
So it's a close-up of your face.
It's only to here, so you can't
see that you're
see
stroking
this.
Mary, or that
And
it's
you
come to
can't
some sort of
see
fruition.
mess. And
Yeah.
they just said, just carry on.
OK. Did Mary stay there, or did Mary sort of think, oh, they're
Well-
sick here?
She didn't have time to react anyway. Matt Baker was on top of her with the curly whirlies. You've got room for more now, haven't you?
OK, John, when you came up with your story, did you realise that Mary was a dog?
Yes, of course. Well, you do have dog weddings.
Some owners channel their loneliness through events like
I've
that.
been to a lot of weddings. I'm just going through them. Human. Do you know, I think they might all be human.
Now listen,
It
dogs
is a
do...
fact that dogs get married.
Dogs get married.
But also it is a fact that dogs don't get married. That's
So, John, you wrote a poem and performed it at the wedding of Mary. Tell us about the experience.
Well, it was a poem I'd already written that had proved to be very popular at modern weddings. It's called I Wanna Be Yours, and the first verse goes, let me be your vacuum cleaner, breathing in your dust. Let me be your Morris Marina, I will never rust. If you like your coffee hot, let me be your coffee pot. You call the shots, I wanna be yours. It goes on for another 3 verses.
Who is Mary's owner, and do you know the owner?
Yes, Mary's owners live next door but one. on the right-hand side of our house. Going out.
Right.
If you're going out, she's on the right-hand side.
That's a good point. So if you go in the back door, they're on the left, aren't they?
Yeah, that's right.
And John, describe what was the ceremony like?
It was conducted by the vets who had neutered her husband. It's kind of sick. If the arrangements had been explained to me beforehand, I don't think I would have got involved.
Yeah.
What was the husband's name? The dog that was fulfilling the role of the husband here. Do you remember the name?
Tyson.
Tyson. You know Tyson, the owners of Tyson, or did you only know the owners of Mary?
I knew the owners of Mary better, but I did know the owners of Tyson as well.
So Tyson and Mary weren't owned by the same people?
No.
So
no.
how were they going to cohabit? Because usually dogs tend to live with their owners rather than setting up home on their own.
Good question, David. Tyson lived next door but one, on the left, going out. So they saw a lot of each other without actually cohabitating.
John, where did the wedding itself take place?
At a place called Old Hall. They breed their own sheep. So as it happens, Mary did have a little lamb.
Lee, OK, remind us.
So this is Mary, and when she was pining for her owners, I stayed up with her all night and comforted her with a song.
Aww.
Where were you, and why were you with Mary, and why was Mary not with her owners?
My next-door neighbours, they went away to a wedding, a human wedding, I don't know if you've heard of them. And they asked me and my wife to look after little Mary.
So the dog came round to your house?
Well, no, we picked him up because he doesn't know the way.
OK. So, is Mary male?
Let's call him a he. Yeah.
What?
Do you always call Mary he?
Well, yeah, no, sorry, she. Yeah. Sorry, let's get this one. My husband Tara sorts it all out.
So, what happened then?
My wife went to bed and the kids were asleep, so it's just me and Mary. You know, I was watching the TV and she was fine, she was happy just sort of lying in front of the fire. And then, suddenly, it started.
What?
The programme, it was brilliant. the pining. So this pining got worse, the pining got worse and worse. That was breaking my heart, it really was, and ruining the show I was watching. So it was the one show, I didn't care. And I phoned it.
Your wife goes to bed before the one show.
No, David, I'd recorded it. You're right. Always record.
You record the one show.
There's literally nothing else to watch. And I phoned up my neighbour who was at the wedding, and I said, "Look, Mary's pining." She said, "Have you tried everything?" I said, "I've done everything. I've taken my foot off her tail." So they said, "Well, you're not going to believe this." I said, "But there is a way that you can keep her calm as she calms down. Do you, by any chance, have the song Money for Nothing by Dire Straits?" and she said, the owner said, "If you play that song on your CD player, Mary will calm down." So I get the CD, I put it on, and it was like magic. It was unbelievable. The second it went... Just say, "You won't need any more biscuits, I'll take it from here." She's calming down.
All right, we need an answer. So, David's team, is Mary Alex's poorly pup, John's married mutt, or Lee's homesick hound?
Well, I must say, I'm not finding Lee's story as quite as convincing as usual.
You can imagine John reading that poem out at a dog's wedding very easily.
Hold on a second, guys. I think Mary's getting a little bit bored, so we'll let her pop off. We thought that might happen.
So I'm going to get down on all fours and put this wig on.
Oh, no.
You know what's going to happen, David, just to warn you, if this works tonight, they'll start replacing other people we cut out, so we're out of a job. I'm sorry, I just thought someone just tunes in now and goes, "What the hell?" I don't know what to do, but that dog is very well behaved. Play with the This is on pause, Lee. Nobody move. Just really shock the audience. Can I just say, that's not going to work if you clap.
OK, Greg, what do you think? The dog throwing up on the One Show.
I believe Matt Baker's capable of that cruelty, but on this occasion, I don't think he did, no.
I mean, I'm erring on the side of John.
OK.
It's got to be John. I want it to be so bad.
Yeah, I do as well.
I think we're going to go with John then, are we?
OK, you're saying it's John. Right, now, Mary is resting, so I will give Mary's answer for her.
Get behind the cardboard cutout.
My name is Mary.
And I do Tommy Cooper impressions.
I'm doing a dog.
I'm sorry. That's not good, is it? You are genuinely... I'm not just saying, you look at that, you are genuinely to scale as if you were a jockey on a horse.
My name is Mary, and I can reveal that I was sick on Alex during the One Show. Thank you very much. Which brings us to our final round, quick-fire lies, and we start with... It's Lee.
I once took my trunks off in the communal area of a ladies' changing room after getting out of a pool and misreading the signs through my foggy goggles.
David's team.
So, where was the swimming pool?
It was at the leisure centre.
Where was the leisure centre?
It's next to the swimming pool. It was my local leisure centre.
OK.
Did anyone see your genitalia?
4 people looked, but no one saw it.
I'm keen to know, at which point were you planning to take off your goggles? When I get out of the pool, I shake off like that.
Yeah.
I turn back, let them have a nice look, and then I put the goggles up. There's no way you'd keep your goggles on for the walk.
Well, I am short-sighted, and they are prescription goggles, and I wouldn't have been able to.
So you were going to wear them home?
Not wear them home, no. So I was going to put my glasses on that were in the dressing room.
So the reason you kept the goggles on that stopped you being able to see was so that you could see.
The irony.
So you get into the changing rooms.
Yes. Now it's goggles off like that.
Yeah.
And,
so now you can't see anything now.
I can't see a thing.
Yeah.
There was actually no one in the room. It's trunks down like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when I heard the voice.
And what was the voice?
Hello, I live in your trunks. Now that's another story for next week.
That's the children's book you're working on. I still feel publishers will be nervous.
So I go in, I do that, I bend over, speedo's down, and...
Is that your technique? Goggles off, pants down? Do you not go to your locker? I would take the goggles off, put them in the locker. I wouldn't go goggles off, pants down. Where's my locker?
I was at the locker.
What did the voice say?
The voice said, excuse me, and I said, excuse me, not sure you should be in here.
Did you not question yourself at this point?
Question myself. I questioned her. What are you doing in the men's changing room? I said, Alex, could you say excuse me in the round?
Okay.
I'll show you exactly
Ready?
how it went. Come out here. This is exactly how it went. Right.
Where are we going?
I'll walk you from the... Right, so I've left my child in the pool. Dad'll be back in a minute. If they go down, blow. You're in the shower, actually. Right, I get out of the pool.
At this point, the goggles aren't yet steamed up.
Goggles are on, they're feeling a bit wet, and I walked in. I'm in there, and then I think, right, and then I look up with my goggles. It's goggles up,
Off,
trunks
pants
down.
Excuse me?
You're that woman from the One Show.
This is the ladies. Get out, you pervert.
I think you'll find this is the men's changing room.
Hang on a minute. No, that's not right. Because if you said that to her, I think you'll find this is the men's change room and you believed it, then your system would kick back in again. Bam, the pants would be...
Oh, no. I wasn't going to make a point and go, right, come on then, beat that! So then the woman said to me, she said, excuse me, I panicked, and I said, I said, excuse me, this is the men's. She says, no, this is the women's. And I thought, for a minute, I thought she was wrong. And then I thought, oh my gosh, she might be right. And then another woman came in, and then a third woman. But I'm so argumentative, it wasn't until the fourth woman came in that I considered that I'd made a mistake.
So what do you think? Was he telling the truth there, David's team?
I think it's, without question, a lie.
In
fact, if it is the truth, I'm prepared to pull my trousers and pants down right now on this show.
I'm not comfortable with that sort of forfeit becoming part of the format of this game.
So you are willing to say that you are willing to drop your trousers if this is true?
Yeah.
Can we get you some goggles as well?
I don't need them, my eyes will be closed.
I think we're saying it's a lie.
Yes.
I'd like to say that I'm not willing to do anything at all if we happen to be wrong.
So you're all saying...
Only a game, for God's sake.
So you say it's a lie. OK. Lee, was it the truth or was it a lie?
It is, in fact, Greg, true. I just whispered, could you change it? Because it was, in fact, a lie.
Yes, it's a lie. He didn't take his trunks off in the ladies' changing room because of his foggy goggles. And that noise signals time is up. It's the end of the show, and I can reveal that the scores are tied with 2 points each. But of course, it's not just a team game, and my individual liar of the week this week is John Cooper Clarke. Yes, John Cooper Clarke. And of course, John will be given a hero's welcome when he gets back home to the distant planet where he was hatched. Good night. To Would I Lie to You, the show in which it pays to be economical with the truth. On Mack's team tonight, an athletic superstar who in 2000 was given the freedom of Wolverhampton. Gift or punishment, you decide. It's Denise Lewis. And the star of Judge Rinder, who once appeared on Strictly dressed as a moth. A beautiful performance, although he did keep banging his head on the studio lights. It's Rob Brydon. And on David Mitchell's team tonight, a TV presenter who's hosted over 1,000 episodes of his pointless show. I know how he feels. It's Richard Osman. And a comedian and presenter who had to leave her native Canada as she'd already been on both of their TV shows. It's Katherine Ryan. And so we begin with round one, Home Truths, where our panellists each read out a statement from the card in front of them. Now, to make things harder, they've never seen the card before. They have no idea what they'll be faced with. And it's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. Richard, you're first up tonight.
When I worked in a shoe shop, my boss was called Mr. Clog. Remarkably, I've had 3 other jobs where my boss's name was directly related to their profession.
The obvious question to ask is, What were those jobs, and what were these people's names?
Yeah, it is an obvious question. Is it maybe too obvious a question? Maybe go somewhere else first.
I want to know about the first. Just tell us one of the jobs.
At school, I worked in a warehouse, and the boss was called Mr. Foreman.
Mr. Foreman? OK. And what was your job? Getting stuff down from the top shelf,
Yes.
obviously.
How would you rate Foreman as a boss? If he was suspicious, would he grill you?
Foreman? Yeah, listen. Very good.
Why did you have so many jobs? Did you keep getting sacked?
No further questions.
What were the other two?
Yeah, what was the other jobs?
I'd worked in... Do you remember the predecessor to Iceland, which was B-Jam?
Yeah.
My supervisor was called John Frost.
Frost, B-Jam. You can see why B-Jam didn't last, because people will go, why don't they just call it honey? Your final job was?
Well, it was my first ever job in television.
And that was?
It was a researcher on a computer games programme.
OK, and your boss is called?
My boss is called Tony Verrill.
What does Verrill mean?
That's
in relation to
what? Do you mean? It's a surname, but his initials were TV.
Of all these bosses that you remember, Richard, who would you say was your favourite boss? What was it about that boss that made them so
John Frost
adorable?
wasn't really my boss, so I liked him. We had a bit more of a relationship. Mr. Foreman, I found that was quite stressful. It was one of my first ever jobs. And Tony Verrill still works in the industry, so I will not be passing comment.
Tony Verrill still works in the industry. I've never come across him.
Yeah, I've not come across
What
Tony
have you come
Verrill.
across him, David?
Yeah, I think I've worked with Verrill. 100%. But yeah.
Do you know who Tony Verrill is?
I have no.
Tony Verrill?
No, never heard of him.
It's weird that none of us three have heard of Tony Verrill, and yet all you three have heard of Tony Verrill.
Catherine
Catherine also hasn't.
I haven't, but it rings a bell.
Oh, so you...
What do you think? Truth or lie?
Truth or lie?
Well, the thing is, I think you're almost certainly sort of geeky enough to keep a record of that sort of thing, and it's the type of thing that would amuse you. And you'd remember at the time. On the other hand, it's also the type of thing that you could quickly construct to be clever. It's a challenging one.
What do you think?
Lie?
Yes, I think so.
We'll have to say lie.
You say lie. OK.
Just because of Tony Verrill.
Richard, truth or lie?
It is a lie.
Yes, it's a lie. Richard's never worked in a shoe shop with Mr. Clog. Denise, you're next.
Mine says possession.
Ah, OK. Under your desk is a box. If you take the object out of the box first and then read the card, please.
This is my lucky mascot. When competing, I always made sure he travelled in an unzipped bag so he could poke his head out and breathe.
David's team.
What's his name?
His name's Egbert.
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 And when did you acquire Egbert?
About the age of 14.
I noticed you said that you'd keep the zip open so he could breathe, which is very caring and lovely. But of course, ever since the show started, he's been in that box with the lid. The lid.
Don't introduce him, you're right.
So when did you first take it? So presumably he brings you luck in sporting endeavour.
I think it was just companionship. You know, I'm an only child, and travelling, you know, as a junior athlete on my own, it can be a bit lonely.
I could understand why, it's nice to have familiar objects, but at the age of 14, that's quite late to get a teddy bear. I wasn't given any cuddly toys at that age, and I was very...
So clear to anybody watching that you were never given a cuddly toy at that or any age.
Have you ever put any of your gold medals around his neck and taken a photograph? If I had a gold medal, I'd put it around everything. And take
Oh, what a horrible image that is. All right, time to decide.
No.
Truth or lie?
I would suspect it's true.
You think true? What do you think?
I don't think it's true because when Mr. Lee Mack was sort of resuscitating the bear, Denise wasn't too bothered about that.
Well, let's say lie.
You're going to say lie.
We'll say
it's
lie.
A lie. Denise Lewis, truth or lie?
It's true.
Yes, it's true. Denise did keep the zip open so that Egbert could breathe. Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest. It's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Edward. Robert, what is Edward to you?
This is Edward, and I had such a crush on him at school that for the past 20 years, his name has been the basis for all of my passwords.
Denise, what is Ed to you?
This is Edward, and he helped me pick up my car and move it after I got blocked in by Daley Thompson.
And finally, Lee, what is your relationship with Edward?
This is Edward. I once dressed up as his wife so that his son would think that he'd seen his mum in the audience at the school play.
There we have it. Is Edward Robert's childhood crush, Denise's car carrier, or Lee's hoax husband? David's team, where to begin?
Robert. So were you school buddies together?
Not especially, because Edward was terribly good at sport, you see. I seem to remember Edward being terribly good at the pole vault.
How are you still in touch with Edward?
We're not. I haven't seen Edward for a number of years.
How is he doing, do you think? Would you still?
Can I just say that as my fake husband, I have?
I'd say he's definitely moved into a new bracket. And a very happy one.
Yeah.
Yes, he's doing very well, I'd say. You know, very, very well indeed.
You said you haven't seen him for a number of years.
No, number of years.
Specifically, when was the last time you saw him?
The last time I would have seen him would probably be 1993 or 94.
1993 or 4?
But there wasn't the need for passwords until around the year 2000.
Well, yes, but they then came in. I thought, what would be more marvellous than having Edward as the basis of my passwords?
Is he still the basis of your password?
No comment. What I will say is that I spent a long time when I was bored looking for him on Facebook and that sort of thing. And on one occasion, I found him and messaged him, and there was no reply. And I was very
that's
upset
horrible.
about that. And I always wondered what happened to him. And now I see.
I'm struggling with this because this is a thing that is done. I had a crush on a boy in school, and his name is the basis for my passwords as well. And I've been trying to stalk him on Facebook, but he doesn't exist. He's not on Facebook, which makes him even sexier. But I'm saying this is...
So you've got that exact story?
Very plausible. Yeah, this is my story. His name's Luke Mate. Do you know him?
Yes.
You know
Luke?
No, you
Mate?
don't. Because he was
he lives 2 doors down from me. Single, newly single.
No.
Yeah. He works for Médecins Sans Frontières. He's a human rights lawyer, but works with them. But he takes 6 months of the year off because he runs a place for distressed puppies. He's a good guy. You know what? I literally just set him up with someone last week. That's so annoying. Great guy. Hell of a guy.
All right. Who would you like to?
Very plausible.
Who would you like to quiz next?
Denise, explain what happened with Edward in the car and Daley Thompson.
Yes, so I was parked in the car park at a stadium.
Which stadium?
Birmingham, Alexander Stadium in Birmingham. And
Which car park? So, like, you have
just
to...
VIP.
Okay.
It's probably the Denise Lewis car park.
I mean, to be fair, if you own a car in Birmingham, you're automatically a VIP anyway.
Why are you clapping? So I'm in the car park, went off to work, had a big national championships, came back out, desperate to get back down to London, and my car was blocked in.
That was Daley Thompson.
That was Daley Thompson.
Yeah. Well, hang on. How do we know? Let's take it straight. What happens next?
Well, Eddie, he's an official.
Right.
You know, he used to be an athlete. You can see he's well stacked.
What was his sport?
He was actually a thrower.
Of what?
Discus.
Sorry,
Discus.
are you actually... You're a BBC commentator and you called him a thrower.
A thrower. So he's a thrower of the incredibly heavy frisbee.
Yeah, he used to compete national level.
Okay.
Didn't quite make it.
Yeah.
Didn't quite make it. It's not easy to get to the top.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
That's such a show-off thing to do.
I'm sorry. I'm just
Actually,
saying.
really, really hard to be an amazingly good athlete. Some people can do it, some people can't do it. Eddie, I'm sorry.
So there you are, Denise. You're blocked in. Edward is there because he's an official. He used to throw things. When does Daly come into it?
Well, his has a private registration plate, and I didn't notice
he's one of those people,
Yes.
Daly. What does it say?
DT10.
DT10, of course.
DT10.
Of course.
Clever.
Said to Eddie, I need to get out of here quickly.
Yes.
Can you help?
Yes.
He said, let me go and get some of these other throwers. They said, listen, if we manoeuvre this car, swing the back out a little bit, you should be able to manoeuvre around Daly's car.
But, so you never met... I'm sure you have met Daley Thompson, but he never turned up during the anecdote.
Couldn't find him anywhere. But it's only when I came back to the car did I realise it was his car because of the number plate.
But you were looking for him before that. The person I need to talk to now is Daley Thompson, because if there's someone who understands a parking crisis, it's him.
Can I just check if you two met, because you need a really good defence lawyer?
No, I do. Can I continue?
Yes, please do.
So Eddie came to my aid
Yeah,
and helped me manoeuvre the car,
yeah.
and away I went.
Away you went, and Daley Thompson turned up presumably later.
I don't know, because I didn't see him.
You didn't see him.
Have
but
you seen him since?
Yeah.
Yes.
And have you mentioned this story to him?
Yes.
And, okay, that checks out.
What did he
That's what
say?
you can do. Yeah, that's
What did he say?
Yeah.
Oh, shut up.
He said, "Oh, shut
Yeah.
up."
Listen, I've known Daley a long time. One of the first things he said to me at the age of 14,
Yeah.
he
So
called
look
me...
after this bear.
All right, now, of course, perhaps the most plausible of all is yet to... just remind us, Lee.
This is Edward. I once dressed as his wife, so his son would think he'd seen his mum whilst performing in the school play.
What was the play?
It was actually a nativity play.
Okay, and what was Edward's son playing?
Edward's son was playing Joseph.
Were your children in the play?
My children were not in the play. It would have been inappropriate due to the fact that they don't go to that school.
So you went to a school where your children are not enrolled, dressed as a woman, to trick a little boy into thinking you were his mom.
Yeah. When you say it like that, it does sound a bit dodgy.
Let's go back to the beginning. How did this come about? How did Edward approach you?
So Edward was at the school, and apparently he got a phone call off his wife saying that she couldn't make it. Now, his wife had already missed 3 or 4 big events. You know, all the big ones that are important, like the sports days and the various things. And this was sort of like, I promise you I'm going to be there. I promise you I'll do this one. So
Why wasn't she there?
Well, something to do with work, something got
What's her work?
I didn't get a chance to get into too many details. Edward rang in a panic. Absolutely panicking.
What's her job?
What's the wife's job?
Yes.
I actually don't know his wife very well.
But
Do you know him?
Well, but
I know Edward, yeah.
You're the first person he'd call, though, but you don't know his...
That's right, because me and him do lots of things behind his wife's back, and he knows that.
So he rang you up.
Yeah.
And what did he say?
He was panicking. They went, Lee! I went, what? He said, she's not turned up again. I said, who? He said, my wife. I said, what does she do for a living? He said, not now. He said, I need your help and I need it quickly.
Yeah.
I said, you know me, I'll always be there for you. He says, I need you to meet me at my house. So I get to the house,
there.
I run in the house, and he only had time for one phrase. Put this on. He said, I need you to dress as my wife, because last time I went to see him in a play, she didn't turn up. And I said, but you saw me, right? And he said, the kid said, no, I didn't see you, because the spotlights are so bright. Everyone's just like a silhouette. So, he said, that's how I think you can get away with this. I want you to dress as my wife, and then when he looks out, he'll think that you're with me.
Did he notice your beard?
This is the thing. I said that. Now, as luck would have it, I don't know what his wife does, but she has a beard. I know she works in a circus. I don't know exactly what she does.
That's very well dodged, Lee.
She, at the time, I did not have a beard.
Oh, you were clean-shaven.
Yes,
Yeah.
which is why he was annoyed, because, like I say, she does.
Did you?
Does she have a very distinctive silhouette?
She does. I would describe her silhouette as Lee Mack-esque. See how I can describe her.
Did you have to wear a wig?
No, I didn't wear a wig, because luckily his wife has very short hair.
And a beard.
And a beard.
So you just went with your head
Just went with
shaven.
I just went with her silhouette look. And with a hat, scarf.
But what did you wear? But you haven't told us.
That's what Jesus.
You haven't told us what you put on in your friend's bedroom.
He had all the things were about.
What? He got a range for you to choose from? She picked out something nice that you fancy.
He had it ready for me when I got there. He said, "This is what we could get. This is the stuff that the kid would recognise." So we went with a long Macintosh.
What's Edward's son called?
Edward's son is called Eddie.
That was a bad choice.
Yeah, well, Little Ed.
And then after the play, that lovely bit where the kids excitedly go and meet with their parents again and say, "How was it?"
That was the bit that we were worried about. Well, there was only one thing that we could do. I said to him, "You're going to have to totally commit to this." And so we're now married. We adopted him and we ran away. And the wife doesn't know where we are. And this is the first time she will have known about it. No, we stood at the back. And as he walked towards us, I sort of turned around, walked quickly, and sort of waved like that. And he said,
ran away from him?
Yes. And apparently, Big Ed said to me afterwards, he said, "I just had to say, oh, Mummy's got to get back quickly. She's well, I don't know what she does for a living." He didn't know either.
We need an answer. So, David's team. Is Edward Robert's childhood crush, Denise's car carrier, or Lee's hoax husband?
Well,
Well, I mean, Lee was fairly convincing. Hard to see past that, isn't it?
What do you think?
I feel like when Denise was telling her story, Edward was smiling a little bit more. Look at him. Look at his feet.
Gosh, it's difficult, isn't it? I'm tempted to say Robert.
You think Robert? And
I'm really torn. I would say Denise, but I just don't know because I was wrong once already.
OK, time to make a decision, David. Who's it going to be?
Oh, right. So you think it's Denise now? If you two think it's Denise, that's great. I can opt out. If you both think it's Robert, that's great. I can opt out. If you both think it's Lee, I'm overruling you. We'll go Robert.
You're going to say it's Robert. If this does turn out to be true, you do realise we're about to witness quite a moment. So, Edward, would you please reveal your true identity?
I am Edward, and I was Robert's inspiration for a password.
Would you like to say anything to Edward, Robert?
I could dress up as you and fill in.
What would you like to say to him? Here's your chance.
Yes, yeah. Hello, Edward.
Well done, you really kept it together.
Edward, did you realise that Robert had this crush on you?
No, not at all.
Oh, you must have done. What a lovely evening this is for you, then. Thank you very much, Edward. Which brings us to our final round, quickfire lies, and we start with... It's David.
10 years ago, on this show, I revealed I'd only ever bought one album, Phil Collins' But Seriously. I'm now pleased to report that I've since doubled my collection.
Please, team.
What's the album? What's the new album?
It's. Well, I didn't. It doesn't say on there. I can't remember the name.
You can't remember the name of the only other album you bought.
I know the artiste.
What's the artist?
It was Susan Boyle's.
Why would you buy a Susan Boyle record? With the greatest of respect to Susan, why would you choose her?
Well, because it was, it was much talked about.
Yeah.
At the time of its release, and I was looking for something to write about.
You've not got that journalist job at the NME still, have you, David?
No. for the Observer.
Can you remember the name of any of the songs?
No, but
wow!
But wait. I could guess a lot of the songs because they weren't. I don't think she'd written the songs.
We were talking about it earlier.
Songs
You said your favourite was "I Dreamed a Dream."
Can you just give us a rendition of that? Can you hum or sing that or something?
Can I hum I Dreamed a Dream?
I don't think you can because we'd have to pay then, so it'd be inappropriate. So
sorry,
you mustn't.
he's very experienced.
So sorry.
TV.
That's
well, I'll tell you what, David. I will tell
from
you
the best, Tony Verrill.
Yeah.
David, I will tell you the names of some of Susan's album releases, or escapes more than releases. And you tell me if any of them ring a bell, OK?
OK.
The Gift.
I don't know.
A Wonderful World.
I reckon that might have been on there.
No, this is the album title.
Sorry. The album title?
Yes. Was the album title The Gift?
I promise you, the album title is not going to ring a bell. Because for me, it was the Susan Boyle album.
OK, you can't remember the name of the album, you can't remember the name of any of the songs.
Yeah.
Can you remember how you felt listening to it?
My recollection is I felt it was fine.
Fine.
What's it going to be, Lee? Time to guess.
You're saying it's a lie?
I actually think it's true.
It's true.
Yes, I'm with Denise, just about.
OK.
OK, going to say true.
True, yes.
OK, David, truth or lie?
It is true.
Wow.
Yes, it's true. David has indeed doubled his music collection. Next, it's Catherine.
I was ticked off by the headmaster after I mistakenly packed a pina colada in my daughter's lunchbox for a school trip.
Whoa. Wow. Oh, what did you think it was?
What did you think it was?
Well, they have these lovely, really lovely, like frozen packs for the freezer, and you just take them out and squeeze them out. It's like a little frozen, but they really look juicy. I thought it was just a little juice.
Are you thinking of Fruit Shoots and things like that?
No. I'll tell you the name. Do you want to know the brand name of it?
Yes, I do.
Capri Sun.
Oh, the fruit drink in a pouch?
Delicious.
Why did you think that it was anything else? Because you were the one that bought it.
Yeah, because I just buy lots of stuff for the fridge. I just grabbed it because I'm not with it in the morning because I've been having pina coladas the night before.
What did the person at school? Did you get a telephone call or were you invited in?
Oh, I was invited in on that
What did they
occasion.
say?
Hello, your daughter's drunk?
Yeah.
No.
She has 6 months wasted again.
She didn't drink it. She knew right away what it was. It wasn't for her.
Did she report you?
Yeah.
Oh, she's a grass.
She's such a grass. She tells people, my mummy hides wine in the walls. But
In the
that's
walls?
a wine rack.
Oh, I see.
But they have a problem with me anyway.
Why?
They've met
Well, yeah, they've met me. That's number one. I do the school run in a bathrobe.
No.
Oh.
What?
What a thought. Really?
You go to school in a bathrobe?
Yes, because...
What have you got under the bathrobe?
None of your business.
So, talk us through now. You've gone into the school. They've called you in to the headmaster or headmistress's office. What happens?
And they just said, I suppose you thought you were being funny. And I said, I'm sorry, what was funny? And they said, you know what you thought was funny. And I said, no, I really don't know.
They spoke to you like that, a parent?
Yeah, you should see my fresh look. They think I'm 16, that's the other problem.
Who does?
The faculty.
How sympathetic was this lighting? Was it sort of...
Don't you find that
We've been doing this show 11 years. That's the most catty thing that's ever been.
So, Catherine, he says to you, what do you think you were doing? What happened then?
He had the pina colada in his desk drawer and said it's not funny to send your daughter on a school trip with alcohol.
Wow.
What do you think, truth or lie?
I could see her doing it.
Yes.
I really could see you doing it, Catherine.
Thanks.
But I think it's a lie.
So basically, you don't think this particular incident is true, but she possibly is an alcoholic.
I think it's most certainly a lie.
OK, well, my team seems to do some lies, so we'll say lie.
OK, Catherine, truth or lie?
Nah, it is a lie.
Oh.
Yes, it's arrived. Catherine didn't put a pina colada in her daughter's lunchbox. Well, that noise signals time is up. It's the end of the show. And I can reveal that Lee's team have won by 4 points to 1. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Good night.
You can win amazing prizes through January with Radio 1's Jan Slam. Make sure you're listening to The Breakfast Show from 6 tomorrow morning to be in with a chance of winning 2 VIP tickets to this year's Creamfields. Next tonight, Graham chats with Dame Helen Mirren and there's music from Sigrid. So don't go anywhere.
The show where honesty is never the best policy. On David Mitchell's team tonight, a comedian with a career spanning 18 years. To put that into perspective, his career is old enough to vote, to get married, and to reject my advances at a bar. It's Phil Jupitus. And an actress who in Sherlock sometimes appears opposite her partner Martin Freeman, but who tonight is making an exception and is appearing opposite her future partner Rob Brydon. It's Amanda Abington. And standing in as guest captain is Greg Davies. And on Greg's team tonight, he's not the first choir master to end up with his name on a list, although in his case, it was the Queen's birthday honours list. It's Gareth Malone. And, you know, some people are nervous about mentioning this man's height. Not me. I'll happily say it right to his belt. It's Richard Osman. So we begin with round 1, Home Truths, where our panellists each read out a statement from the card in front of them. Now, to make things harder, they've never seen the card before. They've got no idea what they'll be faced with. And it's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. And Gareth is first up tonight.
A quick technique I often use to determine if someone has singing potential is to get them to sing Bar Bar Black Sheep as if they are frightened.
David.
Is it? As if they are frightened?
Yes.
And what is it about that tells you anything?
It's to determine whether they can perform.
But
not just to sing, but whether they can take it to the
look
next
terrified while singing, because that's the key skill needed in a choir.
No, it's more about them. You know, it might be that I want them to get under the skin of a piece of music that I'm going to do later. So I want to see whether they've got what it takes emotionally to connect with the song, even if it is Bar Bar Black Sheep.
Is that one of your favourites, Bar Bar Black Sheep?
Well, it's a very good tune.
Well, look, talk is cheap. Let's see some of that, and I use this phrase advisedly, Malone magic in action.
Greg, could you sing Bar Bar Black Sheep as if you were frightened, please?
Fine, I'm an incredibly versatile actor. Let's go.
Frightened. Frightened.
Okay.
Oh.
Black sheep, have you anyone? Silence.
Yes, sir.
3 bags full.
Are you being Barry, Robin, or Morris? I can't tell.
I think we've established that he's got potential, and the important thing is...
Give me another emotion, Gareth.
No, well, that's...
Yeah, I know, but give me another one.
Well, all right. Sexual joy.
Hang on a minute.
Can I do the frightened one?
Oh, you want to do that?
I don't get to look someone in the eye very often.
You know what I'd love to see? I'd love to see, is there anybody here, do you think, who perhaps doesn't like singing, who might be sat in between... He might be in between his teammates now thinking, oh, I do hope they don't come to me. Is there anyone?
Why don't we ask David to...
Oh, OK, all right.
Could you perhaps sing Baba Black Sheep?
Baba Black Sheep, like
That's
I'm very
it.
frightened.
Go on, David.
OK. Baba Black Sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, yes, sir. 3 bags full.
You know that Gareth didn't want you to sing Bar Bar Black Sheep as if you were a sheep, don't you?
What do you ascertain from what he's just done?
Well, I mean, he can sing in tune, and... in the broadest sense. Yeah, and making people feel comfortable, and you know, let's not start with the Mozart Requiem. Let's start with Baba Black Sheep as if frightened.
So, what are you thinking of this claim of Gareth's?
I think it's true. Also, you have got to have a thing, if you're auditioning lots of people, you can't think about it with each one. You've got to have a thing you ask everyone to do.
Yeah.
So I think
we're saying it's true.
I think it's true. OK, Gareth Malone, truth or lie?
It is... a lie!
Phil, it's your turn.
Him. I am addicted to rescuing loose trolleys at my local supermarket.
Greg's team, supermarkets and trolleys, what do you think?
How often do you do this, Phil?
When I go shopping.
In my experience at a lot of the supermarkets I've been to, there is a person who often deals with...
Yeah, that's Phil.
I'm just wondering, has there ever been any tension between you and the trolley person at your supermarket?
If the trolley person appears, I hide behind a car.
If you go past a canal and you see a trolley that's been chucked in, as is often the case in canals, will you attempt to retrieve that?
I may now, I don't know. It depends how old it is.
The thing is, the fear would be that an old trolley in a canal will not properly tessellate with a new trolley in a Waitrose.
Depends when the trolley's been thrown in the canal.
Of course, it could have been recently thrown in, but you can't tell really until you've got it out. And then if you try and make it, mate.
What if it's a Safeway trolley? The Safeway now no longer in business.
But but they thought that about Labradors and Poodles, didn't they? And somebody managed it.
But can you imagine the psychological...
Are you saying there's going to be a Safeway Tros?
So, is he telling the truth?
I think it's true.
Yeah, I think it's true.
You think it's true?
Gareth does.
My respected colleague thinks it's true.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, well, I'm overruling both of them. I think it's a lie.
You say it's a lie? Yeah. Even though both members of your team think it's true?
That's right.
That's a very, very irresponsible use of power.
Perhaps it is. Mack's not here. This is my bench,
We'll just
and
see
I
how
tell
this
you
goes.
it's a lie.
Why do you think it's a lie? What about that was unconvincing?
It's irrelevant. I've made my decision.
So you're saying that it's a lie. Phil, were you telling the truth there, or were you telling us a lie?
I was telling the truth.
Tell you what, Greg, this captaincy lark isn't as easy as it looks, is it? OK, our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each of Greg's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Gareth. Gareth Malone, what is this, Gareth, to you?
This is my old neighbour Gareth, and when I was learning a song, he would distract me by singing the same song in his own flat, but in a different language.
All right. Richard Osman, how do you know Gareth?
This is Gareth. When he came to watch a recording of Pointless, I have to ask for him to be moved away from the front row because his behaviour was putting me off my statistics.
And Greg, how do you know Gareth?
This is Gareth. He was the rickshaw driver I once paid to pedal me home. By the time we arrived, he was so exhausted, I let him stay on my sofa.
So there we have it. Gareth's synchronised singer, Richard's pointless punter, or Greg's shattered chauffeur. David's team, who do you want to start with?
Gareth, what language does he sing the song in, or does it vary?
He was singing in English.
So what were you singing?
German.
Ah.
What song?
I think it was Bach's St. Matthew Passion.
That's what I thought it would be.
Yeah. So how often did this happen?
Enough for me to remember to mention it now.
Because if a neighbour was singing a song next door to me, the first thing I'd do would be to translate it back to English. Yeah. Sing it as an off-putting kind of...
Yeah.
Especially through a wall. That really cuts deep.
How does it go, Gareth?
I can't remember it in English. You don't really want to hear it, do you?
I'd like to hear it as if you're frightened.
Da Jesus diese Rede vollendet hatte, sprach zu seinen Jüngern.
And he was singing exactly the same song, the other side of a wall.
Yeah, actually, I think upper semitone.
So he's your neighbour. He's also called Gareth.
Yeah.
He's singing the same song in a different language and a semitone difference.
Almost unbelievable.
Now, Richard, what was the behaviour in the front row that Gareth did that was putting you off your stat?
I sit very close to the audience on Pointless, where my little desk is, and there's an audience very close to me. Xander is further away for contractual reasons. But, lots of people come see Pointless regularly, and they know if they turn up early, they can sit in the front row, and Gareth is one of those people. And there's a trick that people in the audience here, I'm sure if you've been to lots of shows, know that there's a way of getting yourself on a TV show which is laugh in an unusual way.
Sorry.
So now Amanda will almost certainly be on the show.
Yeah.
That's how. So Gareth had a way of laughing. He didn't do it in the first, because he'd come for 2 shows. Didn't do it in the first show, and in the second show he clearly developed a laugh that sounded sort of like a donkey braying sort of a laugh every time something funny was said. So he did like 4 times in a show.
Yes. Can we hear your version of the laugh?
It'd be like a kind. It'd be like a kind of. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I could hear it all the way through, and so in the first recording break, I said to the floor manager, could you get him moved to the back?
Yeah, can I ask a question at this point? How did Gareth react? Because if we were to pick somebody here and say, sorry, could you go and sit over there, they might be upset. I mean, how did he take it?
No, floor managers are very good. They always just say, for camera reasons, we need 3 more people at the back or something like that. You see,
they do all the time. Told what the reason was?
No, of course not.
How do you think he feels now?
Well, yeah.
He literally came up to me about 3 days later and said, I know why they moved me. They moved me because I was doing that laugh. And I said, yeah.
In what context did he come up to you 3 days later, and were you alarmed? During a recording, he sauntered up to you while you were halfway through reading out some information and went, by the way, Richard, I know why I got moved the other day, and I know why security are coming for me now.
No, of course not. We have all little recording breaks and stuff like that.
Right. OK, so during a recording break, he went, I know why I'm laughing normally now.
All right, David, what about Greg?
So, Greg, tell us your story. Not your whole life, you know, just a rickshaw bit. Yeah.
I had a very big celebration in the centre of town.
Oh, what?
What reason?
I was celebrating leaving teaching.
OK.
So I had a very big celebration just after my last night at school.
OK.
Which it was ludicrously big.
OK. You emerged from the bar in question,
Yeah.
a little worse for wear.
I was offensively drunk.
A rickshaw?
Yeah.
Why?
If I'm honest, I was showing off. It'd been a day of showing off.
How far did you have to take Gareth?
He had to take me from Central London to Hounslow, which is...
Hounslow?
Yeah. It's something like... It's just shy of 10 miles.
How much was it?
It was £163.
How long did it take, roughly?
I mean, I honestly don't know.
I honestly don't know. I thought you were waiting for the length of time.
So you arrive.
Yeah.
you give him his money. When does the whole idea of offering him a bed for the night?
We didn't even discuss the money because I got off the bike, and by which point I was incredibly sober, and I looked at his face, and it was it was grey. I mean, I genuinely feared for his life. So I said, "Oh my God, you must come in for a bit," and I made him a cup of tea. We're better than that, guys. We're better than that.
Where did he put his rickshaw?
How did it progress from the cup of tea to the sleepover?
Because honestly, I was sober by the time I got home.
He didn't say cup, he said, would you like to come in for a bit?
Exhausted from the bit. Biscuits! Fell asleep on the sofa.
Well, let's be clear. You've invited him up for a bit. You go in. What happens?
After the cup of tea, I decided that he was clearly still very close to death. So I said, would you like to crash on the sofa? And I'll give you an extra little detail. As he went past my front garden, he said, what is that? Because I had set fire to my teaching outfit before I'd gone out. And my friends first came round, and there was half of a trouser leg left. Gareth saw it and went, is that half a trouser leg? Has someone spontaneously combusted?
We need an answer. So, David's team, is Gareth Malone's synchronised singer? Is he Richard's pointless punter? Or is he Greg's shattered chauffeur?
I've got a horrible feeling he's the pointless punter after all of that.
You think pointless punter?
Yeah.
See, I'm thinking rickshaw driver.
Yeah, the detail that Greg was giving was...
The detail of the burnt trouser leg is...
That was like he'd forgotten himself and he was getting into his story.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
But you're discounting Gareth altogether.
Oh, completely, yeah.
Okay, so you're going for the two tall guys there, the two lanky dudes.
Hey! You know what? We're just two guys.
We're just two people, all right?
The two lampposts there. So, David, what are you going to say?
I'm going to because I genuinely.
You're abstaining.
So I'm going to go with the team captain's final decision.
If I had a gun to your head, though, Amanda, and don't rule it out, who would you go for?
Greg.
You go for Greg. All right.
Or Richard.
What do you think?
I think Greg.
You think Greg now?
Oh, no.
We'll say Greg.
They're saying that it is Greg. Gareth.
He's a pointless contestant.
Would you please... I've taken your answer. Would you now observe the rules of the game and please treat this with a little more respect? Gareth, would you please reveal your true identity?
My name is Gareth, and I once distracted Gareth.
Gareth was Gareth's synchronised singer. Gareth, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Which brings us to our final round, quickfire lives, and we will start with... It is Richard.
Every time I lock my front door, I squawk like a parrot. That way... That way, if I later worry that I didn't lock it, I remember the squawk and know that I did.
David's team.
Quite genuinely, I think that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
As someone who's slightly OCD about locking stuff, and what you need is to remember the moment when you knew it was locked.
Bang. Yes.
And a squawk of a parrot's as good as anything else. Give us a squawk.
I can see the door now.
Yeah.
Although I get confused, maybe I think, I squawked and I didn't lock it. And
No,
then
you squawk after you lock.
Oh, okay.
So it goes, lock, squawk.
And when you do your doorway, I don't know your doorway, but are you in view of neighbours? Have you ever been witnessed doing this?
I'm in hearing view of neighbours that side, not
hearing view.
I mean, whatever the word for hearing view
Earshot.
is.
Richard, you're coming out of the house, okay?
Yeah.
You're reaching into your pocket to get your keys. Act it out for us.
Shall I be the door?
Yeah, what do you... Yeah, I'll tell you
This
what,
is going to be the worst mime ever.
There's my keys.
Are you going to penetrate Gareth?
If you don't want me to do it, I won't do it.
No, we want you to do it.
Sorry.
No, I don't believe him anymore. The squawk was too nonchalant.
Yeah,
what you need is the OCD focus.
Yeah.
The squawk is your point of remembrance.
Yeah.
You just squawk like you were saying goodbye to the door in parrot language.
By and large, it's quite perfunctory. I'll admit to that.
It's kind of plausible because it's him and he's a bit of an odd bod.
What? What on earth has given you that opinion?
Well, he's so tall.
You're saying this in hearing view of me, don't you?
Maybe he does a different bird. That's what's going to happen to us. We say, I don't do a parrot, I do this one.
What bird is that?
I don't know, but it's in all the Tarzan films.
It's also reminded me I turned the gas off when I left the house.
What do you think? Is it the truth?
I can't believe you do that much stuff when you go out.
I didn't buy the nonchalant squawk. I don't think it's true of Richard.
OK, Richard, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
It is a lie.
It's a lie. Next.
Oh.
It's Amanda.
I spent years making sure I didn't step on my imaginary pet rabbit. When I finally got a real rabbit, I did just that with disastrous consequences.
Greg's team.
What was his name or her name?
Brian or Henry, I can't remember, because it was a long time ago.
Did you have more than one imaginary rabbit then?
No, just one, Greg, come on.
Where did the rabbit live? Was he in a hutch in the garden, or was he one of those rabbits that's allowed to romp through the house?
He was on the bottom step of the stairs.
The imaginary rabbit lived on the bottom step of the stairs?
Of the stairs.
And where did you step on the real rabbit?
I was in the garden and we used to let my pet rabbit run around. It was snowing, so it was white everywhere, and he was a black rabbit, and I used to run around with him, and he ran under my foot, and I trod on him.
In the snow?
Yeah, and he died. Why are you laughing?
Did stuff come out of his mouth?
Oh. Lee would never have asked that.
No.
I never thought I'd say it, David, but I miss him.
When you got your new rabbit, what was your new rabbit called? The real rabbit? What was
Elvis.
Elvis? Mm. Do you remember where you were when you heard that Elvis had died?
You've got to ask yourselves this. Does she look like a rabbit killer? Me, I say yes, she does. But does she to you? That's the key thing.
Well, I've got a very firm idea, but
I thought you might.
You had a very firm idea last time, didn't you?
I've learnt my lesson. I'm beginning to realise how this programme works. So, Gareth, what's your opinion? I'm genuinely interested.
No, I don't. Do you know what? I don't know.
Oh. Richard?
I think true.
You think true? OK. I don't think true, based on the not being able to remember the name of her own imaginary friend, but casting vote.
Oh, gosh. All right. OK, I'm going to go true.
Then, against my better judgment, we as a team will say that's quite clearly rubbishly nonsensical story is true.
You say it's true. Amanda, truth or lie?
True.
Yes!
Yeah, it's true. Next. It is Greg.
I once invented a language so I could speak to my sister in secret. I even gave this language its own name.
What's the name of the language?
It is not a word that you will have heard of, and the word is cushion.
Cushion?
What?
So like cushion, but cushin.
Yeah.
And could you say something in cushin?
Yes.
Could you say something more?
Is that what yes is in cushin?
I didn't claim that the language was sophisticated. I would say you're arbitrarily adding a sort of shk sound.
So do a sentence.
Okay. Aşk mensch... Aşk amşk.
It's obviously been a long time since you...
Lashkliam and Joishking, the experience of would I lush to you?
You sound like the chef on Sesame Street.
If it's so simple, what did I say then?
You said I am loving the experience of what I like.
No, I didn't. I said I'm largely enjoying the experience of what I like to you. So it looks like it's not as sheeple as you look.
Where did the name for this language, cushion, come from?
I honestly can't remember, but it was called cushion. And I can tell you, part of the language, and I'm afraid I can't explain this to you, would be sometimes mid-sentence, sometimes at the end of a sentence, just to loudly proclaim, cushion!
Cushion is talking with random shks, if you can squeeze them in, and occasionally going, cushion, in the middle or at the end of a sentence.
You know, my parents... my parents didn't... they didn't work out cushion, as simplistic as you clearly think it is. They didn't work it out, so...
They didn't work it out. When you said, I squunched could go to the shops, they went, oh, what are they? Did he say it?
God! Hang on, David. Cushion!
So, David, he's been quite fulsome, a lot of detail, but is it the truth or is it a lie?
What do you think?
Well, I believed him up until the point where he went, cushion, and then I...
He's enjoying cushion
Yeah,
far too
he's
much.
enjoying it.
Although he could be enjoying it with the fact that his sister is
yeah.
watching their secret language being outed.
Yeah. She won't dislike it. She'll be ashkalushklis delighted.
I don't.
And that, my friends, so far is the biggest cushion of them all.
It's not inconceivable, but it is unlikely.
What do you think? Truth or lie?
Lie.
Lie, let's do it.
Lie.
You're saying it's a lie? OK. Greg, truth or lie?
Aishk, washk, telishk, the trushk.
Oh! And that noise signals time is up. It's the end of the show. I can reveal that Greg's team have won by 4 points to 2. But of course, it's not just a team game. My individual liar of the week this week is Gareth Malone. Gareth Malone. Something those military husbands might want to think about next time they leave you alone with their wives. Good night. The show with a fondness for fibs. On David Mitchell's team tonight, the host of the Radio 1 Breakfast Show. Yes, the Noel Edmonds of our time. It's Nick Grimshaw. And the star of Ask Rod Gilbert, Rod Gilbert's work experience, and the Rod Gilbert Radio Show. Anyone? It's Rod Gilbert. The Mack's team tonight, a TV presenter who has hosted Crufts on 3 occasions, which in dog years is almost a lifetime. It's Claire Balding. And a comedian who left a New York performing arts school with a degree in musical theatre. A fantastic achievement, but he doesn't want to make a song and dance of it. It's the star of Catastrophe, Rob Delaney. And so we'll begin with round one, Home Truths, where our panellists each read out a statement from the card in front of them. Now, to make things harder, they've never seen the card before. They've no idea what they'll be faced with. It's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction, and Rod is first up tonight.
One Friday after school, I swapped our family cat for a Scotch egg and a Smurf. When my mum found out on Monday morning, she made me swap them back.
Right. Well, when was this, first of all? How old were you?
13.
But more important than how old was he or anything to do with him, the cat. What? I mean, seriously, we're very concerned about the cat. I am.
I'm a bit more concerned about the Smurf, if I'm going to be
I'm most concerned, the Scotch egg, what was your logic? Would you hide it under your bed for a whole weekend?
Why don't you three have a little chat, and when you worked out collectively what you're most concerned about, come back to me.
Can I start?
Please do.
Okay. What was the cat called? What kind of cat? What colour, please?
The cat was called Snowdrop, and as the name implies, it was tortoiseshell.
Who did you swap with?
Should I name him?
I don't know, unless he's in prison at the moment and he's...
I don't know, I haven't seen him for a long time. It was a kid who lived on an estate nearby.
Just give us his first name.
Lee.
Just with the Scotch egg, you wanted the Scotch egg. You wanted the Scotch egg so badly that you traded a living mammal for it, and then you just put it under your bed for 48 hours.
To be fair, trading a Scotch egg for a living mammal is exactly what's necessary in the manufacture process of a Scotch egg. Start off, people have decided they have live pigs, but they don't like the live pigs enough. What they want is no pigs, but Scotch eggs.
Right. Why did you want the Scotch egg? I presume for the obvious that you like them and you wanted to eat it.
Yes.
Why didn't you just eat it there and then?
Why didn't I just eat?
You said you swapped them back again on the Monday.
So why?
That suggests you still had the Scotch
well, hang
egg
on. I mean,
the
was
Monday.
it the same one, or had you consumed it and then you just had to give a Scotch egg back?
That's right, Rob.
It's like the bloody worst mafia, this. You can't help him out.
Could I get back to the cat? Cats obviously are very territorial, so would the cat not try and come home? Because they normally do if they've gone out away.
He didn't. Not that weekend.
Talk us through the actual exchange process.
I tell you what, Rob, you stand up. We'll go through it. Come on,
I am standing up.
I'll role play it with you. Right. Okay, so imagine I've got my family cat in my hand.
All right.
And you in with this hand, you have a Scotch egg.
Where are we now, Rod? Where are we? We're in Wales. Are we in Wales?
We're in Wales.
Oh.
We're in Wales.
Very nice. Let's just take a minute. Let's just take a minute. It's lovely. Go on.
Right. So we're in Wales.
Yeah.
I've got a cat in my hand.
All right.
Right. You've got in this hand a Smurf and a Scotch egg.
Yes.
Right, now we swap them over.
All right, here we go. This is how it happens.
It's going to be difficult.
Love my lord, and it was the mechanics of the exchange.
Wow. You can put the cat down now.
Gently, Rob, gently, yes.
What do you think, Lee? Does this sound truthful to you?
I don't think he's shown any affection for Snowdrop, and on that basis alone, I think it can't be true.
Well, weirdly, the exact same reason, I think it is true, because I know him to be heartless.
I can show you some affection, but what do I know about Snowdrop? I can show affection with Snowdrop.
All right, how would you stroke him?
Her.
No, got ya. That, you have changed the sex of that cat at least 3 times.
Promise you.
You have.
I don't think vets should agree to do that.
It's always been a female cat, Snowdrop.
What are you thinking, Rob? Are you thinking it's the truth?
It's really starting to crumble at the end here, so I'm smelling a lie.
Both saying a lie. My team say lie. We will go with lie.
OK, you're saying lie. Rod, truth or lie?
It is a lie.
Yes, it was a lie. Rod didn't swap his family cat for a Scotch egg and a Smurf. Nick, you're up next.
OK, here you go. I once called a friend in New York and asked her to call the police in London because I thought there was a burglar at my house in London.
Where were you when you made the call?
In the house.
Why didn't you phone
The police?
Yes.
Because I'd been messaging my friend. I felt like she'd gone, so I called her, and as I was on the phone to her, I thought there was someone breaking into the house. So I was like, you should phone the police.
What did you hear exactly?
I just heard, like, irregular noises from downstairs.
Irregular
Footsteps,
noises?
Doors closing, so I was like, well, who's that?
And were you living on your own at the time?
I did have a housemate.
And did you not think it might be that person?
No.
Why?
Because at the time, I was doing a nighttime radio show. So I would get home late, and she'd always, like, be quiet when you get in at 1 o'clock in the morning, because I'm asleep.
Ah, so you assumed her to be asleep?
Yeah.
Why don't you put the phone down and phone the police?
Because I didn't want to speak in case the burglar...
But you are speaking, you're telling her to phone the police.
Well, I was like, I need to go, I think there's someone here. Call the police. So that's why I had to get off the phone and not use the phone.
Well, look, Nick, let's reenact it.
Okay.
I'm going to be your friend.
Okay.
In New York. She's an American.
She is.
Thank God. I thought you were going to say, by coincidence, she sounds like Ronnie Corbett.
Yeah, no. She's a very sassy Jewish lady.
All right. Now, Nick, how are things going? Did you say she didn't sound like Ronnie Corbett?
No, she's the opposite to Ronnie Corbett.
Oh, she's
But
a kind of, she's like New York Jewish kind of person, like that.
Pretty spot on.
OMG! So listen, you finished your radio show. How did it go?
I love your impressions, you know that. But you're texting, we don't need the voice.
Oh, he wants me to call him. Sure, I will.
How's America?
Oh, I love it. There's so many Americans here. Hey, what's that noise?
Hey, what is that noise?
I heard something.
I can hear something downstairs.
Oh, you were having trouble with your stomach again?
No, like downstairs. It's something like downstairs in the house downstairs. I'll pretend to be asleep. You call the police.
What, the NYPD?
No. My police.
All right, I'll call.
Okay.
Love you.
So I put the phone down, and then I just go like this. And then fear for my life.
Well, hold on, because it's all happening stateside. Well, I mean, we can go on like this all night.
So then what happened there? So go on, talk us through the rest
So
of the story.
then she makes the call.
Yeah.
So that's like, call the police, because there's not the 999 number, there's like the police round the corner, you know, the local police.
She went and logged on and looked for your local police station.
Yeah.
Why didn't
you
you
don't
phone...
have to log on.
Why didn't you phone 999? Listen, Sunbeam, you do on my Atari.
So she called the police.
Yeah.
And then it turned out that it wasn't an intruder at all.
How did you find that out?
I found that out when my flatmate burst in.
What's she bursting into your room for at night?
Because she had been on the wine. So the bang, bang, bang noises were her, like, looking for wine or something, I don't know.
And you said, what?
I said, oh my God.
Hypocrite.
I said, I thought I was going to be killed by the intruder. The police are coming. So then we were like, well, we need to call the police now.
So you phoned me back in New York. Go on.
No, I didn't phone you.
You want me to cancel that?
I just went direct.
Yo, so when you want me, I'm right here waiting. But when you don't want me, you just drop me. Well, screw you, Grimshaw.
I'm not surprised Amy doesn't have any friends where she lives.
What are you thinking, Lee?
What do we think, Rob?
I believe it. I
You believe it?
I believe this man.
I've been taken for a ride. I like it.
You're starting to sound more and more like Amy every day.
So what are you thinking, Claire?
I believe it.
Well, I think it must be true then.
True, OK. Nick, truth or lie?
It is true.
Yes, it's true. Nick did ring his friend in New York and ask her to call the police for him. Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest. And it's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Greg. Claire, what is Greg to you?
This is Greg, and he is the RSPCA officer who came to my aid when a squirrel climbed into my handbag and wouldn't get out.
Rob Delaney, how do you know Greg?
Well, this is Greg, and we once stayed up all night together, holding on to a fence when a game of who can hold on to the fence the longest got out of hand.
Lee, what's your relationship with Greg?
This is Greg. I was so nervous about appearing on TV for the first time that I made him come with me and pretend we were a double act.
David's team, where do you want to start?
So, Claire, where were you when the squirrel jumped into your handbag?
I was filming in Devon for Country File, and I was doing one of those links, you know, when you walk along the cliff top, essentially, and I'd left my bag under a tree, and sometimes there are little sweeties left in it, and I assume that is why the squirrel got in it.
Yeah.
You know when you get those selection chocolates and there's the topics that nobody likes? I think I'd left, except unless you're a squirrel.
Yeah.
In which case,
Well, it's the one thing they say about squirrels, they're not fussy when it comes to Quality Street. So as you approached the bag, what
Yes.
did you see? How were you alerted to
It
this?
was moving.
And what did you do then? Did you
I-
continue to approach?
yeah, I thought there's something in my bag. And then when I got close, I thought it'll jump out because I'm near to it, but it wouldn't.
So you're approaching the bag, Claire.
Bag is
It's
moving.
moving about. You know
Yes.
there's a squirrel. You continue to approach.
Yes.
What happens then?
The squirrel's doing its thing. And
Continues to rummage.
Going
Yeah.
through my diary. My
Helping
phone...
yourself to strawberry cream.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know
Yeah.
why people are so fussy.
The cameraman said don't touch it because you might get bitten. And he said, we'll call the RSPCA, they'll know what to do.
Have you tried shaking? Have you tried tipping it upside down?
No, because all
I've
the
seen
stuff's
women do
in
that
my-
to get things out.
No, not if you've got earrings in the bag as well, in the middle of a field in Devon. You're not going to do that.
That's a great image of the squirrel wearing the earrings and reading the diary. She's got a busy December. No wonder she's got a 4 days.
So they rang the RSPCA. Greg came up to a cliff top in Devon.
It did take a while.
And the squirrel was still in your bag.
Yeah.
How did he get it? How did he get the squirrel?
As it happened, I think the squirrel had probably had enough by then, so he didn't even have to do very much.
Oh, the squirrel came out of his own accord?
Indeed. Yes, he approached the bag.
All right, David, what about the others?
OK, Rob, a fence holding on contest
Yes.
that got out of hand.
Yes.
You said all night, Rob, was that right? It went on all night, the fence holding...
Correct.
Are you standing on the fence and holding... Are you
No, we're standing
on
next
the
to a
ground?
fence. We're standing next to a wooden picket fence, touching it.
And where were you?
We were in Pittsfield, Massachusetts.
One of you said, I'm not saying it's boring here in Massachusetts, but who fancies holding onto that fence all night?
Fair. There had just been a documentary that was sweeping the nation called Hands on a Hard Body, and it was about these people who could win a Toyota pickup truck if whoever held on to whoever touched it for the longest. So we had just seen this documentary, and we were very drunk, so we thought, we were like, wouldn't it be funny if we did this? And then we did it for 9 hours.
And who is Greg? I mean, how was he there?
Greg is the older brother. You can see he's quite a bit older than me. He was the older brother of my friend that I went to college with.
Did you learn a lot about Greg?
More than I'd care to know.
Could we have 5 Greg facts?
Opened his own bakery.
Let's see.
Who won?
We agreed at 5 o'clock in the morning that we were both winners, and that as 5 a.m. approached,
So you started this at what time?
about 8 p.m.
You started that at 8 p.m. That seems very early to start a fence holding game.
Yeah, it's quite early to go that strange.
Yeah.
When did you started drinking?
4 or so in the afternoon.
All right, maybe.
Okay, now what about Lee?
OK, Lee.
Just remind us of what it was that you said.
This is Greg, and I was so nervous about my first TV appearance that I made him come along with me and pretend we were a double act.
What was your first TV appearance?
It was on a programme called Pump Television.
What's that?
It was a sort of magazine sort of type show. It was a bit funky and happening. It was like the One Show, but for people that are allowed out in the day.
And what were you doing on the show?
Just being interviewed. It was Reading Television, and I just won a competition for new comedians up in Edinburgh.
What year was this?
1995.
But you didn't win in Edinburgh till 1997.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I've completely messed up the story. I went on the show, Pump TV, to tell them that I could predict the future.
You know, you said to us that you were a double act. What sort of a double act?
So I rang up and said, oh, sorry, I'm actually... I do a bit of double act work as well. Can I bring my double act partner on as well? And they said, yeah, fine, what does your double act partner do? And without thinking, I said, he's a juggler.
To get there and juggle.
Well, this is the thing. There's another twist to this story, because obviously...
Is the other twist to this story there's a complete lie?
No, that... I think that'd be a twist. So he comes on the show, and I tell him fairly last minute, I think maybe an hour or two's notice, oh, by the way, I may have told them that you were a juggler. So now he's panicking, isn't he? So what does he do? Because he thinks he's going to be asked to juggle on the show, and he can't juggle.
Yeah.
So he bandaged his arm up. And so thus he wasn't... If they said, can you juggle, he can say, I can't, I've hurt my arm.
So all the way there in the car, you're not talking about why you're driving all those ways?
We didn't drive together. I couldn't. He'd injured his arm juggling. No, that's cool. That's not right, is he? No, I'm starting to think. No, I met him at the studio because he actually is from Reading. That's handy, isn't it? That was good.
Was there any other guests on the TV show?
I can't remember. I think there was a person who had a dog and the dog did something.
Yeah.
There was a bit of... It's amazing.
Or maybe he actually didn't have a dog, but he just persuaded the dog to come on because he was there.
All right, we need an answer. So, David's team. Is Greg Claire's squirrel saviour, Rob's fence feeler, or Lee's pretend partner?
It's a pretty unappetising menu, isn't it?
I don't believe Claire Baldy. I don't believe that she would be scared. Somebody who hosts Country Fire.
If there was a sound man there with a boom, you could have used that furry boom to entice, like, maybe you could have pretended it was a badger.
So if you're a lady and you saw your handbag moving, you wouldn't immediately think squirrel in there, would you? You'd think, oh God, it's gone off again.
What about Rob's story?
There was a lot of detail with Rob's fence-holding story.
I like Rob's. It could very well be true, but...
I think so. Greg's hands were made for holding on to fences.
So you think Rob,
Yeah.
who do you think?
I think because Lee so rarely sounds plausible, I think it'd be nice to give him a little go.
I think that when Lee went on Pump TV, 1991, an average viewing figure of 14, he was too nervous to go on his own.
I do.
Yeah, I think Rob.
You're going to say Rob Delaney.
That's what we're going for.
Yeah. OK, so, Greg, would you please reveal your true identity?
My name is Greg, and I pretended to be in a double act with Lee.
Greg is Lee's pretend partner. Now, we have a picture of Lee and Greg on TV together. There they are.
Look, I can see Greg in the picture.
Taking it 9 series together.
Who's the really skinny fella?
Who's the 70-year-old man who's...
I'll tell you what, David. Coming from you, that is rich.
It was
It is true,
Greg.
I was very thin. I was 9 stone, though. I was a skinny lad.
Good Lord. But we've made great advances in medicine, and he's here with us today. Thanks very much, Greg. Which brings us to our final round, quickfire lives, and we start with... It's David.
The night before the bin men come, I go to bed wearing earmuffs. That way I'm spared their irritating early morning clank of trash.
What day do the bin men come?
Thursday morning.
I think it's instantly believable because we know him to be grumpy and, you know, intolerant and easily disturbed.
Oh, I know. Can I have a go with the list?
Why earmuffs and not just little in-ear thingies, you know?
I don't like things
in your ears.
in there. I don't like to be, you know, penetrated.
What do your earmuffs look like, David?
They're grey.
Do they have, like, a nice plastic strap along the top?
No, they're two single, separate muffs.
So you put them on your ears, then put a Hoover on your mouth. And then you have to block all the holes quickly.
No, they have got a linking plasticity.
Are your muffs fluffy?
Yeah, they have a... I would, you know, there's... Yeah, I mean, yes, they're fluffy.
What do you sleep in apart from the earmuffs?
Nothing at all.
So you're naked?
Pyjamas.
So sometimes your relatively new wife wakes up on a Thursday morning with your matching pyjamas and earmuffs.
The earmuffs don't match the pyjamas.
No, I know that, but...
Does she secretly quite like you in the earmuffs? I mean, like, does she say you look very sweet?
Well, it's not become a problem in our relationship.
I would have ended the sentence as, does she secretly quite like you? Because I get phone calls often from her going, I don't know how this can carry on. The earmuffs, the matching pyjamas...
Now, when do the muffs go on? Because we get into bed at night, don't we? But we have several things to accomplish before we go to sleep.
Yeah.
Be it a quick look at an iPad or tablet, be it browsing a book, or be it celebrating a very special aspect of the marriage. That's broadcastable.
The actual
your
event...
proudest boast.
So would you wait for the muffs to go on until all other business has been attended to?
All other business has been attended to, be it a crossword or something even less broadcastable, has all happened before the muffs go on. The only thing I have not done, and I'm very particular about this, before I put the earmuffs on, is go to sleep. I find it very difficult to put them on whilst unconscious.
But what if you've had a particularly exerting crossword, OK? The two of you have been going at this crossword for half an hour, 40 minutes, relentlessly. You finally finish the crossword. Let's say 14 down has been particularly tricky, and you fall back with, oh, my God, that was fantastic. Where are my muffs?
Well, I don't know if it's just a thing in our relationship, but crosswords don't take us that long.
What are you thinking, Lee, and Lee's team?
What do we think?
I think that it is not true.
OK.
Don't you have to wake up to pee sometimes? That's when I'd throw them on, you know, all night. I don't know.
I don't always wake up to pee.
I wish
So, you're saying it's... What do we think?
Essentially, I think it's a well-told lie.
You think it's a lie? OK, we'll say it's a lie.
You're saying lie. OK, David, truth or lie?
It is a lie.
Yes, it's a lie. David doesn't wear earmuffs the night before the bin men come. Next. It's Lee.
Because I can never remember the phonetic alphabet, I have invented one of my own, based on things I can see from my bedroom window. Now, I never forget it.
Now, in case there are people watching, perhaps, who don't know what the phonetic alphabet is...
Can I just say, I'm one of them?
It's, you know, it's kind of Alpha, Bravo, Charlie...
Why is that called the phonetic alphabet? There's nothing phonetic about it.
Just do us a favour, lads, keep discussing. It gives me more thinking, so...
So, Lee...
Yes?
Take us through it.
Well, where would you like to start? A for apple tree. And to the point where I will do this on the phone when they say, what's your postcode? I will use these.
Well, carry on.
B, this is the one that can get confusing. B for bird. Because obviously the bird isn't always there, but you can always hear or sense a bird. So B for bird.
Yeah. You can always
C for cat. C for cat. There's always a cat. I think I know why there's no birds. D, think where I'm going with this. I'm surprised the cat's still there. I really am.
Do you sometimes find there's no C when there's a D?
Often I can say D, there'll definitely be no C and B, ever.
We don't need it all. What's H?
H will be for hospital.
What's V?
V is for a word I'm not allowed to say on national television. All I will say is the next door neighbour, she likes to sunbathe naked. Unless, this is a weird one, can't do C and V at the same time because she's got an allergy to cats.
Ah.
Oh, that's a shame, isn't it?
Ah.
Oh, I see.
What's the name of the hospital?
What?
What?
She said H for hospital.
All I can see is the A and E sign, or as I call it, apple tree, and Edna. Take me to Appletree and Edna.
You don't know the name of your
not
nearest
interested.
hospital.
Not interested. I don't need to know the name of it.
I'm afraid at that point, and only at that point, I cease to believe you. Although it seemed like
I don't know the name of it, but I can certainly spell hospital for you.
For hospital! For hospital! You said it's for hospital!
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. That was, even though I say so myself, that was a bad mistake.
So what are your team thinking?
I don't believe it at all. At all.
What about you, Nick?
See, I think that he does do this, and he's made it a nice, lovely story to throw us. But I think that Lee actually does, when he can't think of the real-life ones, will say Edna.
Just
or
to be
whatever.
clear, perhaps the most fascinating moment of the whole evening, Nick, you think that's true? Okay, it's time to decide.
A lie.
Lie. Okay, you say it's a lie. Well, here we go. Lee, is it true or is it a lie?
You have to actually ask.
Yes, it's all a lie. Lee hasn't invented his own phonetic alphabet. And that noise signals time is up. It's the end of the show. And I can reveal that Lee's team have won by 4 points to 1. But it's not just a team game. My individual liar of the week this week is Rob Delaney. Yes, it's Rob Delaney. All night long, the American has been lying through his perfectly aligned pearly white teeth. Good night.